So I got a good internet question.
Okay.
It's like an argument that's happening, ongoing argument.
All right.
And I think me and Steve mentioned that he wanted to talk about it on Dynamic Banter.
What's that?
It's another,
Okay.
It's a program on
All right.
Nickelodeon.
Sure.
Snick at Night.
Yep.
And I want to talk about it with you.
Okay.
And at first I was like, you can't talk about that on two different podcasts. And then I remembered right at the end that you're a completely different person.
Right.
And thus would have a completely different whatever. So
Yes.
we're going to do it on both.
Okay.
Double feature.
Okay.
Zoe,
Why?
the question is,
Yes.
if you have a lasagna, think of a lasagna,
Okay.
and you put another lasagna on top of that,
Mm-hmm.
is that one lasagna or is that two lasagnas? Give me a second.
That's a married lasagna.
What?
That's a married lasagna.
That lasagna has been together.
So it becomes one.
It's one lasagna.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Do you want any further analysis? Is there anything else? Do you want to prove that's the thing. Do you want to prove your thesis statement?
So they melt in together, right? So there's like layers of cheese and sometimes meat in a lasagna. I don't know. I've had lasagna once since I was 6 years old.
Give me a second.
Was 32 years ago. So
I married a person who has had lasagna once, and I have this last name and this and my family, and you've had lasagna one time. Maybe that's my fault. Everyone in
I won't eat
listening
it
land would be like, why don't you make her a lasagna?
because I won't eat it.
She won't eat it, and I would like her to have a good experience with it. And so that would be nice. Why won't you eat it? You don't like lasagna. You said it's like Italian wedding cake.
No, it's not what I said.
I would have laughed if you did say that, though.
I got sick off of it once, and I'll never eat it ever again.
Who made it for you?
My aunt.
Your Albanian aunt?
Yes.
No disrespect.
That's all right. She kind of sucks.
Dude, let's let you have a lasagna experience. I wish next time we go home, definitely, because my mom make a kiss a real nice.
Well, maybe I'll ask her for her recipe, and I'll make it here. And I'll force feed it to myself. My sister's
You're also
literally.
Albanian. So what if it's the same problem? Wouldn't you want to get it from don't they have lasagna at, what's it called? Bay Cities?
Probably.
That Italian deli?
Yeah.
We'll get a slice from there. Get a slice. I think even a couple of the pizza places around here do it.
Uh-huh.
We'll take a Jean-Claude Van Chance on one of those, and we'll get you a real nice lasagna experience.
Okay.
And that'll be that.
My sisters always make fun of me about this because
Did you shit your pants?
I was throwing up like bad. I think I had like the flu or something. I think I was just like legitimately sick, and it just so happened to be lasagna night.
They coincided with lasagna night. That's a goddamn shame.
Yeah.
When throw up night falls on the same night.
Yeah.
That's like when you get your period on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Or your anniversary.
Yeah.
You know, we all
Yeah.
deal with these problems.
Yeah.
But you're familiar with the shape and what goes into the making. It's a layered
Yeah.
pasta
pie.
You didn't want to do the thing where we said the words at
Right.
once. Layered pasta pie. So that's where the argument comes from. If you put one on top of the other, it's just a layered pasta pie.
That's it. It's
Now,
one.
Do you want to?
What do you think, Mike?
I think so many things.
Okay, tell me
I think so many
everything.
different things, and I don't know that I have a conclusion, but I think I found a technicality that gives a definitive answer.
Okay.
Welcome back to Science as Fuck. This is Italian science. Thank you. So my favorite part of the show is when Zoya writes down a possible title for the show. That means that at least we're on the right track for an interesting conversation.
Yes.
So, technically, the way I remember lasagna is everything on? Are we fine?
I think I just got pen on my shirt, but that's okay.
That's all right.
See it.
It's a podcast. No one will ever see us.
Okay.
So you have the top layer of noodles, and then you have like sauce and cheese combination, some meat, vegetables, whatever you want.
Okay.
I just like sauce and cheese.
Okay. Ooh.
You want to give me a meatball on the side? Fine. Don't put too much shit unless it's like a meat sauce. Grind that up real nice. A kiss. Don't. Whatever. Sauce and cheese is good. Go up. And then pasta, and then sauce and cheese, and then pasta, however many layers, 3 or 4, maybe. But I always remember it being set in the pan on a base of noodles.
Right.
So if you give me a giant lasagna and say, are these 2 or 1? I'm going to look right in the center. And I'm going to see, is it pasta, cheese, pasta, cheese, pasta, cheese, pasta, pasta, cheese, pasta, cheese, pasta? You catch my drift?
Yes.
So if there's an extra layer of noodles in the middle, that's 2. What are you doing? Take my food off of my food. But if you do unlimited salad and breadsticks all the way down, then that's 1 big one.
Okay, hang on a second.
Yes.
So typically, you wouldn't want the bottom layer to burn, right?
Yes.
So you would layer a thin layer of pasta sauce on the bottom, no?
No, I wouldn't. But also, I'm not the one making these. I thought that the bottom... I thought that the bottom piece of a lasagna was noodles.
Okay. All right, and that's fine. I don't know. I've never made it.
But this is an important piece of information because this
okay.
is what my whole shit is based on.
And then that top layer, though, is your pasta. Yeah, okay. And then it's a thin layer of your sauce.
Yeah.
And then it's topped with cheese. So if, in fact, the bottom layer is just pasta, then you're putting that bottom layer of the second one on top of cheese and pasta because it's not just a noodle on the top. So if in fact that bottom layer is a noodle and you put it on top of your other one,
yeah,
it is 1.
If the bottom layer is a noodle and you put it on top of another noodle,
right? Because you're topping it off with cheese and sauce.
No, the top isn't cheese and sauce.
Yes, it is.
No. What did you have? Lasagna? Think about lasagna. The top is not cheese and sauce. Zoe.
Okay,
The top is a
have
noodle.
to.
Why aren't you just taking an Italian person's word for it?
I have to ask if this, in fact, is.
Who are you asking? This person better be or own and operate a Italian establishment, or have cooked lasagna before.
Hey, Dad.
There's my dad.
How are you?
I'm good. I have a question for you. You're on the podcast.
Oh, hi.
Welcome to our podcast. Welcome to the podcast.
Okay.
Okay. So Mike and I are having a bit of a debate right now.
Okay.
Is the top layer of lasagna the noodle, or is the top layer a thin layer of sauce and cheese?
Say that one more time. It's the top layer.
Of a lasagna, noodles,
Okay.
or
Pasta.
is it like the pasta, or is it the thin layer of sauce and cheese?
Oh, it's the pasta.
Okay. Perfect. What is the bottom layer?
The bottom, it should end with pasta too.
Yeah.
It's like layers. It's like layers. It's pasta, cheese, and meat. Then another layer of pasta. But I think it ends with pasta on the bottom also. Although I'm the one that doesn't cook it, I just eat it.
Yeah. Same.
Is Mom home?
Yes.
Can we
go over to where Mom is now because this is a good thing. Hang on.
So far, so good, though.
So
How
far,
are
so
you
good.
guys today?
We're good.
Yeah, we're good. We're just hanging out.
Thank you for asking. No one ever asks.
No, I ask because I care.
Yes.
Now, can I put you on speaker to ask Mom?
Yeah.
Patty,
many
we're going to be on the
speakers.
podcast. Oh, okay.
not a fan.
Okay.
All right, Mom.
Yes. Hi, Zoya.
Hi, Mom. How are you? So question here. Mike and I are having a bit of a debate. Okay. I don't eat lasagna. So let's say that first. Let's start with there. But the top layer of a lasagna, is it the noodle or is it a thin layer of sauce and cheese?
It's macaroni land. It's, you mean the top?
Yes.
Okay. The way I make it is the noodle, the pasta,
Uh-huh.
and on top of that, a little bit of sauce and Parmesan.
Okay.
Not
Right.
cheese, put in the rest of it.
Okay.
Like
But-
the inside rest of it is ricotta and Fidel.
And
Right.
then is the very bottom layer the noodle or is it a layer of sauce then the noodle?
You put a little bit of sauce on the pan so that the noodle, on the, baking dish so that the noodle doesn't stick. And then you put the noodle.
Right. Mom, I just want you to know how much I love you and appreciate you.
Ask her the question. I want her. I don't care what happens
Okay.
next. Just
So-
ask her the question.
Here's the debate at hand. Okay? Let's say you have one lasagna, okay? And you make another one and you put it on top of said first lasagna.
Okay.
Is the lasagna one lasagna when you marry them together or is it two?
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Okay. This is what I'm going to say. I would say it's two lasagnas unless you put in a layer of ricotta cheese and mozzarella cheese in between.
There you go.
Unless you put it there.
Yes.
So, okay. So at the end of the day, we agree on that. And that makes me feel good about whenever I choose a thing to do that you agree with, I feel like that is correct.
Okay.
That's
I
it.
don't know two lasagnas on top of each other, but if that's what you were going to do.
No, I don't. It's not a good idea. I think it's just like an internet question. The internet was asking if it would be two or one lasagna.
Got it. Okay.
So that's our day today.
We really appreciate you guys making a special guest appearance on the podcast. We love you, and I'm sure we'll talk to you guys later on.
Love you guys.
All right.